Because when you enter that infinite space, okay, and entering the infinite space sounds wow. You can do it in a split second. Just be and enter that space. That is just here. That's infinite. There's no boundary, there's no measurement. Nothing. Now, when you allow yourself to enter that infinite space, you begin to understand what love truly is. There's no separation. You see? It is the oneness itself. But the mind always jumps into an emotion, as something. Why? An image. Remember what we said in the beginning? That's what we have to listen. You have to leave all the images that you have about something to arrive at that infinite space. That infinite space, everything enmeshes and becomes one. Everything. Everything. Do you understand? Everything. So what is the difference between love and fear?
Well, fear is the ego, and love has no ego attached to it. Or control of fear. Fear is the emotion.
Okay, what if I say to you, experience fear, experience your fear, take it to its simplest denomination, okay, bring it to the infinite state of fear, and you'll find that fear is love. How would I arrive at that? How would you explain something I've just said right now? Do you understand what I just said? Really? That's great.
What you're saying is you can only stay angry for so long. If you push it to the
No,
end,
no.
there's no place to go.
No,
but that's putting love as an emotion then. But it is.
Yeah.
Love is a feeling.
Oh no, I'm not putting love as an emotion at all.
He's saying it.
Oh, I see. I see. How can you turn fear into love? Not turn it, sorry, see it as love itself.
Take it to the end.
Hmm?
Take it to the end.
And how do you do that?
Feel it.
And feel it.
Surrender.
Yeah.
Like, accept it.
So if I surrender to fear, how does it become love to me? If I surrender to fear, allow it as it is.
Is that when that grace comes through and just...
That's because there has to be separation for fear. If you expand fear infinitely, there's no separation.
Oh, so beautiful. That is beautiful. That's exactly it.
What do you say exactly?
Because if you enter the fear is separation, fear is fragmentation, fear is, you see? But when you become one with it, there's no longer separation. And love is all-encompassing. Love is all that there is. It is oneness.
So all fear is separation.
Fear is separation, absolutely. Yeah. But if you bring that fear through going through its physical, its image and story, and leave it all behind and just stay with the sensation of fear itself, the experience of fear itself, that a very allowing itself transforms it into love. Because also you find something else. Why do we fear in the first place? Isn't it a need for love? Really? All fear is a need for love. I am lonely. What do I want at the moment? I want somebody to love me, to tell me I'm okay. But of course I don't give the love to myself. I crave it from outside because I don't want to give it to myself.
So the more you fear love, the more need for it? Is that what you're saying?
No, fear, the actual fear is itself a need for love.
For love.
Right.
But the more afraid you are of love,
Yeah.
so your fear, let's say your fear grows. So could you say the more you're afraid of it, the more you need it?
Well, the more you become desperate for love, but then it turns to power. You see? If fear reaches a point where you cannot get what you want, then it turns control, power. It becomes power, you see? People who crave power, and if you study their backgrounds, if you study their life, you will find they all felt a lack in their life.
Unconditional love.
Right? You see? So you'll see that there's nothing but that. And so anything that you take to its ultimate nothingness, when you're open to the infinite, You take it back, no matter what it is, loneliness, fear, anxiety, and you stay with it. That's beautiful what you said. And you bring it back from its fragmented state into its union. It transforms into love. It has to. Because that very allowing itself joins. It's cohesive. It's interconnected, interrelated, interdependent. You see? And back to oneness. And so what I actually was saying too, listening is opening to the infinite. Another way of saying is opening yourself to that spaceless essence, to that which joins everything. So you leave the imaging behind, the story behind, the physical aspects of it behind, and just stay with what remains. And what remains is, of course, what you were feeling in its subtle form. Stay with that feeling without calling it bad or good. Don't even give it a label, just stay with the feeling. And the moment you bring it into that totality, into that wholeness, it has to transform itself into your essence, which is love. And it's always been there. That is your nature.